Welcome to Wonder Garden. Today I have 3 orchids that have finished blooming. I bought these orchids at a very affordable price because once the flowers fade, many people no longer want to keep them. But in reality, this is a fantastic opportunity to acquire healthy orchids at a bargain. In the market, you can easily find pots like these. Flowers have fallen, but the plants are still alive and well. So, when bringing these orchids home, how should we plant them into a new medium right from the start? What preparations are needed to help the orchids recover quickly and prepare for their next bloom? Today, I'll share how I combine repotting these 3 orchids into a single pot. I'll guide you on choosing the right medium and performing the necessary care steps to help all 3 thrive healthily in the same space. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Let's get started. To revive these orchids, the first thing I need to do is remove the old plastic pots. These orchids are typically grown in industrial settings, where moss is often used to retain moisture. Moss retains moisture very well in industrial environments because watering is tightly controlled. However, when these orchids are sold and brought home, the care conditions are no longer the same as in specialized settings. As a result, the moisture-retaining moss becomes one of the common reasons orchids become waterlogged and develop root rot. If we don't handle this properly, the plant can gradually die without us understanding why. Therefore, the first and crucial step is to remove this old moss layer to inspect and treat the root system. This is the foundation for starting the recovery and care process effectively. After removing all the moss from all 3 orchid pots, we can easily observe the entire root system of the plants. This is a critical step because it allows us to directly assess the plant's health. One step that cannot be skipped when repotting orchids is cutting off all rotten or damaged roots. Removing dead or decayed roots prevents the spread of fungal diseases and bacteria, while creating favorable conditions for new healthy roots to grow. When the root system is clean and healthy, the orchid can absorb water and nutrients more easily. After removing all damaged roots, I'll proceed to rinse all 3 orchids thoroughly under running water. The goal is to completely remove dust, debris, moss residue, and any remaining pathogens, fungi, or bacteria on the roots, stems, and leaves. Rinsing the plant with clean water is a simple but extremely important step before transferring it to a new medium. It thoroughly cleans the plant's surface, reducing the risk of disease during repotting. After rinsing the orchids, I'll place them in a cool, airy spot for a few hours to rest and dry naturally. This is a crucial step to help the cut roots dry, preventing fungal or bacterial infections when planted into the new medium. While waiting for the plants to dry, I'll prepare a mixture to sterilize the entire plant before repotting. I'll use 3 tablespoons of cinnamon powder like this. Cinnamon powder has strong antibacterial and antifungal properties, preventing the growth of bacteria and mold on cuts in the roots, stems, and leaves after trimming. Additionally, cinnamon promotes tissue healing, helping the plant recover faster from damage. I'll mix the cinnamon powder with 1 liter of hot water and stir well to create a natural sterilizing solution. This is a vital step to ensure the orchids are repotted in clean and safe conditions, minimizing the risk of disease. Let it sit until the water cools completely. Once the water has fully cooled, I'll strain the solution through a sieve to remove all residue, keeping only the purest liquid. Next, I'll dilute the concentrated solution with 5 liters of clean water. This dilution makes the solution gentler, suitable for direct use on roots without shocking the plant. Now, I'll soak the 3 orchids in this solution for about 15 to 20 minutes. While waiting for the orchids to soak, I'll use this time to care for the leaves. I'll take a soft cotton pad, soak it evenly in the diluted cinnamon solution, and gently wipe the entire leaf surface of all 3 orchids. Wiping the leaves with this solution not only cleans dust, but also provides mild sterilization, preventing mold from forming on the leaves. It also helps the leaves absorb light better for photosynthesis, aiding faster recovery and healthy growth after repotting. After 20 minutes of soaking in the sterilizing solution, I'll gently remove each orchid. At this point, the roots have been sterilized and have absorbed the necessary nutrients, ready for repotting. I'll let the plants drain for a few minutes before planting them into the new medium that's been prepared. Since I'll be planting all 3 orchids together in one pot, choosing the right pot is very important. I'll select a pot larger than usual, deep and wide enough to provide comfortable space for all 3 plants to grow. I'll place a thin layer of foam at the bottom of the pot before adding the medium. This foam layer helps with drainage, preventing water accumulation at the bottom that could cause root rot. It also creates aeration for healthy root growth and helps stabilize the plant in the pot, especially during the recovery phase. Next, I'll add the prepared pine bark to start planting the orchids. Pine bark retains moisture well while ensuring aeration for the roots, preventing waterlogging. Additionally, pine bark decomposes slowly, maintaining the medium's stability over time. Another important point is that pine bark has natural antibacterial properties, reducing fungal growth in the orchid pot. For these reasons, it's one of the most ideal media for growing orchids. One final step we can't overlook when repotting these orchids is securing the plants firmly in the new pot. This prevents the plants from wobbling as new roots develop, especially after repotting. When the plant is stable, the roots can anchor firmly to the medium and absorb nutrients more effectively, allowing the plant to recover and grow healthily. You can use soft ties, clips, or stakes to stabilize the stem without damaging the base. After securing the plants, I'll add a bit of moss to the surface. This moss layer helps retain moisture for the roots, especially during hot, dry days. It also creates a naturally airy environment, promoting healthy root development, preventing root tip drying, and helping the plant adapt to the new medium more easily. After completing all the steps above, I won't rush to water the orchids. Instead, I'll let them stabilize for the first few days. This is a critical period for the plant to adapt to the new environment and reduce the risk of shock after repotting. During this phase, the plant has time to get accustomed to the new medium, and the cut roots have a chance to dry and heal naturally, minimizing the risk of fungal or bacterial infections. I'll place the orchid pot in a cool, airy spot with indirect light and only start light watering after about 3 to 5 days, once the plants show signs of stabilizing. After 2 weeks, I'll prepare a vitamin B1 mixture to aid recovery and stimulate new root growth. This is the ideal time because the plant has started to stabilize after repotting and is ready to absorb nutrients. I'll dissolve 2 vitamin B1 tablets in 1 liter of water. Vitamin B1 stimulates root development, helping the orchid recover faster after repotting and enhancing nutrient absorption. Stir well to ensure the vitamin fully dissolves, creating a gentle yet highly effective nutrient solution suitable for orchids recovering from stress. I'll use part of the solution to mist the orchid pot, allowing the leaves to absorb vitamin B1 directly. Stimulating photosynthesis and cooling the plant. Misting also helps maintain stable humidity on the leaf surface and medium. I'll water the remaining solution directly at the base, ensuring it soaks evenly into the medium and reaches the root system. Then I'll soak the orchid pot in the solution for about 15 minutes to allow the roots to absorb maximum nutrients. This soaking helps vitamin B1 penetrate deeply, stimulating robust root growth and aiding the recovery of damaged cells post-repotting. While waiting, I'll use the leftover solution to care for other orchids in the garden. After 15 minutes, remove the pot and place it in a cool, airy spot, avoiding direct sunlight. Continue watering with this solution 1 to 2 times a week. Consistent care will help the orchid recover quickly, stimulate healthy new root growth, and enhance resilience against adverse environmental conditions. Results after 5 months. The orchids have grown very well. The healthy root system has firmly anchored to the medium and pot, showing that the plants have fully adapted to the new environment. The flower spikes have also elongated, growing uniformly and starting to produce the first buds. This is a clear sign that the plants have not only recovered, but are entering a new growth cycle, promising a vibrant bloom soon. Patience and proper care always yield rewarding results for orchid lovers. Care for your orchids with all your love and patience, and you'll be rewarded with vibrant flowers and robust vitality from your efforts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it to motivate me to bring more orchid and plant care knowledge. Thank you for joining Wonder Garden.